Well, welcome everyone. This is Conversations with Yolanda, and I have a guest with me today that I've been trying to have a conversation with for a long time. And so I am so excited to have Martha here with me today with Conversations with Yolanda. You know, here we talk about entrepreneurship. We talk about women in business and authors and people, women and men in ministry. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about entrepreneurship and what that looks like and how you really have to persevere even in the face of things that may look like something's not going to happen. I have watched Martha for years, from the startup, from Jefferson Street with the braiding and the African clothing, and to what she's doing and she's going to share with us today. So Martha, I'd love for you to share just about yourself and your background and your experience.
Okay. Well, thank you, Yolanda. It's so great to be on your show. I've been waiting for this for a very long time. As you say, my name is Martha Lupai. I actually born in Ethiopia. I have a background. My father is from South Sudan. My mother an Ethiopian. So we came to America in 1996. And so this is where I start my dream. Went to college, went to TSU. And then, I love doing braids back home, like fun. So I opened my Jefferson Street hair braiding salon. Then after that, I created, of course, our product. And then now I'm doing product, clothes. And also we just recently opened 6 months ago, a international grocery store in Nashville inside the farmer's market. Yeah.
Wow. So where do you think, Martha, for you, where did that spirit of entrepreneurship come from? Did you see people in your family do it? What made you want to start a business?
I think for me, it was like every time I see something, I feel like I could do it better. Like not better, but also to do excellent customer service. Yeah. So I used to go get my hair braiding and people would talk and it was a different language. And I'm like, no. If I have one, I will do it. Nowhere, nobody can speak the language when I'm doing the hair. And when I do the product, the same thing too. Mm-hmm. It's like I wanted to give, it's always driven by the customers. I wanted to give the customers all natural, 100% product. Because when I see the ingredients in the bottles, I couldn't even know what it is. Yeah. So it has to be a simple way to benefit the human race. I just don't want to do things just to collect money. I just want to do something that is, even if I affect 1%, that is all I needed it. Yeah. And so that came by just service. I wanted to serve.
Yeah, that is so great, because for me, I always tell, whether it's my clients or students I'm working with, entrepreneurship is about finding solutions to problems.
Right.
And I tell them, if you have something that you don't like or you think could be done better, instead of complaining, figure out how you can do it. And that's what you have done. I was looking at your bio, and I see that your degree is in social work. So it makes sense to me that you care about how people feel, and how you interact with the customer, because social work is really about taking care of people and systems and communities. So how do you think that your degree in social work helps you with what you're doing now?
Greatly. Actually, Yolanda, when I was thinking to open the salon. I went to my professor. I said, I don't want to lose my social work skill. He said, your social work skill will be great for your business. That time I didn't understand. He said, are you sure? I even didn't want to do it. I said, I don't, because I love serving people. So I see that the thing I learned that I apply now, it actually benefited my my business more than I thought it would. Because I was thinking that I will lose it. But actually now sometimes customer ask me for this, I'll refer them to this, because I already know how I was doing that before. So it actually enhanced my business. Yeah.
So your first business was the hair braiding and the products and stuff. And when did you start to develop your hair care products and body cream products? When did that come?
Well, my customers, actually, Yolanda, because every time I do my customers, they sometimes cry because they are sensitive and we couldn't comb their hair. And I was always asking, why is it? And they say, I use, what product do you use? I like to talk to customers. I know by them. They say, but it wouldn't help them. And then I remember one customer, she's still my customer. She said, Martha, why don't you do? What were you using back home? I said, oh, we used to use shea butter. She said, why don't you just do product? Then I started I'm telling you, one shea butter, and I gave it to her. So she used to have very, very sensitive skin. Like it took us forever to do her hair. So she started using it, and she was sleeping. I'm like, huh? What did you? She said, Martha, your product I use, it makes your hair softer, your scalp, so it is not dry. So then I said, this thing worked. Then I did one and another, and then just add on. You know, me, I don't know how to do small. So I have to do all.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So can you share with me, when you first started your business, did you see a difference as a woman starting a business? Some of the obstacles that you may have faced as a business owner, can you share some of those?
Yeah, a lot, especially when I did the hair braiding. People expect us to be the hair braiders. You know, that was acceptable. Yeah. When I go to a meeting and I say I created a hair care product, people look at me funny because I have an accent. They could not believe me. Even I think that if I was not a woman or something different, my product would have been in every shelf in America, in every shelf. Yes. It's because, you know, people don't, even it is, you know, for me, if it wasn't for customers, I would have given up long time ago, because you get no, and they're like, this product is good. Yes. My customer love it. How don't you see? Because you are a woman, then they never seen an African woman and that with accent going and asking, can I be in your store? Can I do this? Can I get? So it's like a shift. Yeah. So a little bit now, I see a change, but there need to be more change. People need to accept people if they do something good. It doesn't matter where they come from or who they are, or women, men, whatever, you know? Exactly. Yeah.
And so that what I know to be true in my business and in other women and men business owners that I've spoken with is that entrepreneurship is not easy, but it's worth it. It's the perseverance through even hardships. I was just talking to some business owners and how the pandemic has impacted them. Right. And how some has actually started businesses during the pandemic. Right. And one of the things that I noticed about you do you still have the place on Jefferson? I do. We're actually gonna reopen it. Yes. Wow. We're gonna. So how are you balancing? We're gonna talk a little bit about your new adventure, but how do you balance it all? Like, are you still braiding, or are you hiring braiders? Kind of how are you doing it? I was doing braiding for a long time, and I had the staff that work with me. But when the pandemic happened, people and my staff will not want to wear the mask, you know? And I didn't want to really, Yolanda, I don't want to be responsible for anybody's sickness. Yes. I said, if you are not wearing it, we are closing the shop. And then after that, they say close. Then I thought about, I said, God, okay, I have done this braiding for a very long time. I have served the community and I have done this. I say, I don't want to close this because I love Jefferson. I say, what else can I do? So I said, you know, because we are doing that, the grocery over there, what about bringing that to this neighborhood? Because there is I know. Yeah. I love that idea. Yeah, we are doing it actually. So I asked the landlord where I am, and they took them a while. They prayed about it. God bless people. I'm telling you, I've seen people, but they are amazing. They said, okay, we'll allow you to change it to a grocery store. Wow. So we are in the process. We are about to, like, maybe 3 weeks. We'll open it, and less than 3 weeks. So we have everything there, the fridges, the shelving. So I wanted to serve. I didn't want to close it because I have still the connection. People still call me, are you doing great? But I want to transition to something else. Yeah. And I think what we realized also during the pandemic is food availability for communities of color or at-risk communities where people that may not have transportation wasn't even able to walk to a store because they're not in our community. So that's going to be awesome. I think that's going to bring value to Jefferson Street. Right. If there is none, you know, you only see something. There is no that you buy vegetables. There is no that you want to buy apple. There is nothing on that street.
So we want to bring that to the streets and serve the community that way. Yeah.
Yes. How did you come up with the idea to start the grocery store at the farmers market?
Actually, the opportunity came to us. I don't know,
Wow.
when I never in a million years thought about that. So, when I had that small space in there, the farmers markets, remember I did the grand opening, I was content in that.
Yeah.
Then people told me, why don't you, the person, it was an international store inside where I am now. So he moved out. I don't know why. And somebody suggested to me, Martha, why don't you do it there? I said, grocery store? Just said, yes, do it. So I went and asked, the person is the director at that time for that. She's like, yes, sure. Just write your proposal, how you're going to do it. I'm telling you, but I've been in God way. I don't know. You know how God works. Every time I go to the store, I would say, if I have in my heart, if I have a grocery, I will do it this way. Always, that is me.
Yeah.
So when this opportunity came, then I said, okay, we will do the natural the same way, and then have store where I have different kind of flavor, African, because nobody have seen African in the downtown of Nashville.
Right.
So we have fufu flour.
Oh.
We have berbere. We have from all over. It's from all over. Yeah.
Wow.
So I wanted to cover the world in the and adding as we go. So that's what happened.
So what were some of the challenges as you began to open up the grocery that you didn't realize until you started actually opening the store? Was there anything that there's always something that kind of happens in any business. Tell me some of the things that happened that you weren't thinking that that you needed to even think about.
The build out, the contractor told us 3 weeks actually, less than a month. It took a year.
Exactly. That timeline with building and construction is never on our timeline.
Never on our timeline. You do this, and then there is something. You do this, and then that it has to be by the code. So we understand. You have to follow that. But then the pandemic hit, and we have to stop everything. Yeah. So you have to pay the rent because we signed the contract. Mm-hmm. So you have to be able to come up with that money to pay for that. And without income coming. So you just, we have to pray, kneel, and God, you give this opportunity, because I feel like when something comes to you, it's not going to be too hard. And so I know it is from you. Yeah. So I know you'll make the way. So he made the way. So, slowly by slowly start building it up. Slowly but still we are building it up.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So how did the pandemic impact you guys? And did you have other support around you? I know so many companies received the PPP, but so many didn't even realize they could even apply for it. So how did you guys kind of maneuver through the pandemic with keeping the store kind of going?
It was hard, because when you do independent contractor for the braiding, they'll ask if you're an independent contractor, they cannot get money for it. Was difficult, and I wanted to help them too, but I couldn't. Mm-hmm. So now what I learned is that you have to, especially as a small business owner, minority owner, we really have to have a very good relationship with a banker.
Absolutely. I tell people that all the time.
Yes, definitely. We missed out. I missed out. A lot of the business I know missed out because we didn't have a banker that know us. And when you go there now, this is what did you do? Even though you put money, that doesn't count unless you have relationships. So now we find another. I rearrange everything now. Like you have to learn. We have to learn as Black-owned businesses. We have to do it, in a way that is supposed to. Like somebody who see your vision. Don't just give it to anyone. It's because their bank.
Right.
They don't work for us, no?
Exactly. That is so key, Martha. I tell people all the time, your banker should know you.
Yeah.
When I walk into my bank, they say, hello, Yolanda. They know who I am. And I've done that intentionally so that not just a pandemic, if I'm operating my business and I run into obstacles with a contract, but I still need money to keep operating, I can go to them. Or if I have a business loan and something like a pandemic happens and I can't pay you, but you know me, you have a relationship with me, we can sit down and have a conversation about how can I work through this.
Right.
Only reason I was able to get the PPP because of my relationship with my bank.
Wow.
It was so easy. It was so seamless because of that relationship.
Right. So now we change our bank, and the people now know us, like you just said. Like you have to learn, and that was a mistake I said, because we are, as Black people, we are always working. We are not sitting down and seeing what else is there.
Yeah.
We are just focusing on this. And I said, no, it cannot be this way. So we rearrange everything and then say that we have to have a bigger vision than just every day, because we are doing, even now, I don't go to the, I try to take time to do other stuff, like to work on my business.
Exactly. Work on it. Not just in it, but on it. Yeah. And that's how you can explore the other things that are out there. I've been doing some meetings here in Virginia and DC because there's monies available for women-owned, minority-owned businesses, but a lot of times we don't even know about it.
We don't know.
And we don't even know how to apply for it. Exactly.
Yes. Please let me know.
I will.
I am in that space. We can do more work because we always minimizing. If we ask, like for me, it's like I need to apply more people. I want to impact those people, the young people. So in order to do that, I have to sit and see where is my time is good.
Exactly. So how are you, do you have staff that you're working with, or where are you at in the process? Is it your family kind of helping with the business right now? Because that's what, all other cultures do it. They have families starting.
Oh my God, let me tell you. Yes. My family, so God has blessed me. I have brothers. They're the one who are running it, the business. And my daughter just finished college. So she also goes and works sometime there. And I have another daughter who she's going to Boston, but until then, so it's family run. But my brothers are the one who are working all the time there.
Oh wow, that's awesome!
But we will hire as we grow and grow, and see how we manage the store properly, and then we'll add people. But for now, they're the ones. Yeah.
Yes. So what's next for you guys? I know you said the Jefferson Street. What do you see that space being like? Is it going to be a little different than the farmers market? What are you thinking for that space on Jefferson?
I think I'm going to make it great. I am determined to make it similar, but also Jefferson. Like I want it to be where people can, because most people know us there. They can come and get their milk, because there we are more focused on like visitors coming to, because there are a lot of visitors. Here we want the neighborhood to come and to say, oh, they know us. If they need this, reorder for them. That's what we want. Even the customer, when we don't have stuff, we'll give them 2 weeks, we'll get it for you. So we want Jefferson Street to be a family place where people can, even the ingredients they don't know, we want to introduce the ingredients from Africa, and people love that. They will know how many recipes have given to make Ethiopian cooking. So I want to do more of like shows to cook. I want to show my culture.
I was getting ready to say that cooking show. Yes.
I want to do that. That is why I want to tell the story of Africa. I just went to Africa. So I did a little bit of video. I'll share with you the YouTube channel like that. That's the YouTube channel. We want people to connect to Africa. So I would love to travel more to Africa and bring the stories. Maybe hopefully go with you.
Yes. I can go with you.
I know. Let's go. We'll be in Ethiopia. You'll be like, oh my God. Yes, we want to go.
Great.
That's what I want to do.
So for I want to focus on for women that would watch this conversation and have been thinking about starting something, but they're kind of hesitant. They're moving a little slow. What would you say to them?
I think that they have to think of in the term of what does they love to do? What is that it gives them energy? Because you have to do business is very hard, because it's easy to quit. If you're not, like, you have to have a mission. Are you like, when I did Netta Natural, I'm focused on it's going to impact the girls' life in Africa. If I'm doing here the grocery store, it's going to impact my family, and hopefully will hire people. So it has to be something you are beside yourself. It has to like offer something else to other people. Then they'll ground you. Then you say, the time that you want to quit, what about those people? You know, they are waiting for you. So that, to me, you have to love what you are doing. It has to be like for love, not for money.
That's so good, Martha. And you just mentioned something that I want to talk a little bit about, and that's your philanthropy work. We always have to have a why of why we're doing it, because it can't just be about money. It can't just be about us. And a lot of times with my business, I do it so that I can do more humanitarian work in the country of Africa and other third world countries and in urban areas in the US. If I'm making money, I'm able to make more impact in the areas where I feel like God has called me to impact. And the same for you. So talk to me a little bit about the philanthropy work that you're doing in Africa.
We are doing that's natural. Whenever we sell, the 10% goes there. So what we do is that in South Sudan, we'll pay their school fees, uniform and shoes. In Ethiopia, because there's no school fee, there's a uniform and also their books, the books and the backpack, clothes, the thing they don't have. And we just went to the school. Actually, when I went, there's a place that I grew up. We went to the school. I took my daughters there to see it.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, Mommy, this is it. They were like 1,000 of students, but two, if you see, I have the video, we're editing it, I will put it up. But if you see only like two, rooms like this, like, two buildings, but all those children, and they coming from far, far, far with no shoes on. So those stories, that's what it drives me, for me, that, sometimes it's so hard and they tell you, no, for this, you cannot go in. But for those kids, because it's so hard and they still go, they still love to learn, they still study, they still do.
Even in their poverty, even in their struggles, they see education as the key. They see it. I'm so glad that your daughters were able to see that, because I think all young people, especially in the US, should see that, because it makes them more appreciative of what they have received.
Right. And they saw, like, the little guy used to tell them all the time, and they say, Mommy, why? But when they saw it, they say, Mommy, you're right. They were carrying, water, the girls from far away to get to they were with no shoes, and there are boys who are like doing farming at their age. So they saw that what they live here, you cannot complain. You cannot say you cannot go to school when the bus can come pick you up from your house. There is a lunch in that school. You can eat there. Those kids don't have no lunch. Maybe once, if they are like, blessed, one meal. And they have to walk far with no shoes, no tennis shoe, no nothing. So it made them change. They was the most happiest, Yolanda. They were so happy being in Africa.
Every time I go, I want to stay.
Me too.
So I definitely will be going with you and staying in touch with you about the work you're doing, because you're doing some amazing things and making great impact. Not just the thing about what you're doing that I love is that you're making great impact in Nashville that has a global reach, that has a global impact. What you're doing in the States is impacting young girls in Africa, which makes your mission and your vision a greater thing to me, because it's not just about you, not just about your family, but if you prosper, others benefit from it. And so that's what I love about the work that you're doing. And what I'd like you to do now is to share where the store is located, some of the items that people can get in the store. I want to drive them to come visit you at the store.
Oh, I love that. We are actually located inside the farmers market. I think it's 900 Rosa Park. You can Google farmers, I will take you there. So come to the green door. We are the big green door. So we have items like, of course, we sell natural products. We have added a perfume line. People are loving that.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to order some of that.
I know. I should send you one. I sent you one in this book. I brought this book from Africa for you.
Yeah.
So I'll send that one perfume and that's for you. So we sell those. We sell international coffee. We have it from Ethiopia, Kenya, Peru, Colombia, Jamaica. So we have coffee from all over. We have tea from all over, from Ethiopia, because we just want to introduce people to the world.
Yes.
And we have also spices, Indian spice, African spice. We have everything that you need, snacks and bulk item. Like, we want people to taste the real food. So we have
Yes.
lentils and all that rice and vegetable and fruits, especially fruit from all over. I intentionally bring like papayas. I think every week we do something different. Even for us, it's a different item, but I want to experience. And then and then we see people say, "Oh my God," we always, somebody saw. They say, "Oh my God, this is what I used to eat when I was a child. I used to eat." You don't know how many times we get, and then they are so happy. And it's for me. Like my mother used to do this for me. This is the ingredient we use for this. So to give joy to people, and that is our mission. And we know that I say food bring people together, and I have seen it again and again and again and again.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we have and drinks.
So do you grow your own vegetables, or do you work with farmers? How do you do your produce?
We do have some organic farmers in Tennessee and Nashville that bring for us. We also have a vendor that brings like plantain, papaya from all over the world. I'm telling you, those people drive for those plantain because the taste is different. It's like home. Yeah. And the sweet potatoes and the what. So we go, actually, it took us 2 months. We go to the place, to the vendor, we drive, we fly to just meet the vendor and how they do their work. So we go visit before we start even ordering the stuff, because I want to see the people behind it. I just because it matters to us what we serve to the people. So
that is so good. People don't think about that, Martha, that they just get online and just order. But it really makes a difference to people behind that product. Right. Putting that out. Absolutely.
So we have also African, we met people that make jewelry in Africa. So we have the trade-free.
Oh, good. Tariff-free.
Yes. So a lot of African jewelry, clothing, and Ethiopian scarves and things like that you cannot find anywhere else. And we sell those, and we have many stuff that we sell. And then juice, we start doing a juice now. So we have orange juice, just fresh. We have a machine, we're making it there.
Wow.
So if you want to try, we just started.
What is the name on your social media? I want people to be able to follow you on social media. I'll add it to the podcast information. But go ahead.
It's AM Marketplace. I think it's AM Marketplace, and then Netta Natural Products. Yeah, they can find us there.
Great, Martha. I want to thank you for joining me today. This has been a great conversation. And even though I can't see you in person, it was great to spend some time with you here today. So I want to thank you again for joining me, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon.